My wife called me one day in the summer and said, Jake, there's a tax agent outside our door. That was not a good day. I had owed around $100,000 in tax, and every year I just kept owing more. But there's one thing that stopped me from owing tax every year, and I never see anyone talk about it. This is the High Response Marketing Podcast. My name is Jake Lorraine, and full disclaimer, I am not a CPA. I'm just a small business owner, and what I'm going to talk about is unconventional. Accountants would say this is stupid and ridiculous. The thing is, accountants are not typically business people. This is the last thing we're thinking about is business math and tax forecasting. At the end of the year, that freaking gets us because we get that tax bill and we wonder what the heck, how did this even happen? Accountants, they have their shit together. We do not. Here's the big problem. As business owners, we don't get paychecks. We don't get a paycheck where the tax is taken out and at the end of the year, we probably get a refund. We're responsible for setting that money aside. It's just very, very hard to do. We're responsible to calculate how much tax we're going to owe, forecast it, plan for it, pay it. Saving money for taxes can be extremely hard. That's what accountants don't understand. They're like, take half your profits and set it aside for taxes. Bitch, I don't even know my profits. Like, have you ever tried to figure out as a growing business owner, you see numbers all over the place and there's receivables and different methods of accounting, setting aside half of all that money for taxes. One, most business owners are not good at saving money. We got to spend that money. There's other uses for that money. Number two, even if you happen to set aside money, you now have to stare at that money. For a lot of us, we're running a business out of one main bank account. You have like one checking account. If that money starts piling up and you save $5,000, $10,000, you got to stare at that money all day and something's going to come up, or your spouse is going to want to go on vacation, or there's some emergency purchase, some piece of equipment breaks down, you can't meet your payroll, and you're going to say, oh, I'm going to dip into that. I got $10,000 here. I'm going to take $2,000 out of it. Let me tell you a story and how I got into a $100,000 tax debt. I was a 1099 salesperson. So I was selling windows and siding. I start making $100,000, $200,000 a year, not paying any taxes. No taxes taken out, not saving up anything for taxes. And I didn't file. I knew I was going to owe, so I just didn't file. I didn't file for like 3 or 4 years. So these penalties are racked up. The IRS was going to levy my bank account and stuff. So I finally filed and I owe like $60,000 in tax. I'm like, what the heck? I'm not going to pay $60,000. I had, I think, like 3 kids at the time. I got 8 now. But I'm like, I can't pay, $60,000. I'm not paying that. And then I went into business myself, still kept owing money. I owed another $14,000 in tax. And I'm like, why do I owe so much tax? Because business owners, these financials look crazy. You can think you don't have any money in the bank, but you still have to pay tax on profits you don't even realize. The receivables, money that you haven't even been paid on yet, and you still got to pay tax on those. Like, this has to stop. That's when the New York State tax agent came to our door. I went from DBA to a partnership to an LLC. I'm like, I'm doing this right. Limited liability company. Didn't matter. Still owed all this tax. And someone mentioned S Corp. Someone said, you got to be an S Corp. I'm like, what the heck? A corporation? I'm looking up as corporation. I'm like, corporation? I'm running a window and siding business. Corporation? That's like Walmart and stuff. I didn't realize that a corporation can be anything. You could be mowing lawns and become a corporation. When you hear about S Corp as a business owner, there's one thing that everyone talks about, which is the self-employment tax savings. And it is a godsend for any business, most any business. But what I saw as this typical business owner that has a really hard time setting aside money for tax was paycheck. I saw that and I said, holy crap. I could be an employee of my own company and get a paycheck where taxes are just taken out and I don't have to deal with setting aside money. Like, I could just have the taxes taken out. This was incredible. So I went S Corp. Best thing I ever did. I ran into a slight problem where, how do I set up payroll? So I talked to my accountant and they're like, sure, well, payroll services, yes. But they still wanted you to set the money aside. Like, I'd have to write payroll checks and they would calculate how much to keep aside for taxes, but I'd still have to set it all aside. I don't want to look at that money. It's bad as a business owner is staring at this money and you can't use it. So I found Gusto. Want to pay yourself? You just run a payroll and it calculates the tax and it takes it out. This saves you so much money in penalties, having this big tax bill at the end of the year. S Corps, if you're not making any profit, if this is like a side hustle and stuff, an S Corp probably wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. But for me and for possibly you, the fact that you can just get yourself on payroll may make even more sense. How it works is you start a business entity is normal. So, like a DBA, you could be a sole proprietorship doing business as just under a fictitious name. That means you and the business are the same. There's no liability protection, there's no like special tax savings. And you might decide to become an LLC. You can stay an LLC. You elect to be treated for tax purposes as an S Corp. So you're still an LLC, but you get treated for taxes as an S Corp. And then you just bring on payroll, use Gusto or any payroll service provider. You're now an employee of your own company. So anytime you want to pay yourself, just run a payroll. You could run 5 of them a week if you have the money. Any profit that's left over, that tax doesn't get self-employment tax. If that was an LLC, you'd pay this full 15.3% unemployment tax. But as an S Corp, that's excess money. That's a distribution. You don't pay that on it. You get your wages, your taxes taken out. You don't have to worry about those. And then you get the distributions without having to pay self-employment tax. This is why accountants are going to say this is stupid. You're so stupid. You pay more tax. Look, maybe I'm paying more tax getting these wages taken out, but I'm not. I'm saving a lot because I'm not running into a $20,000 tax bill at the end of the year. There's a lot of benefits to being an employee of your own company. Here's 2 huge employee perks. I know it's crazy. Oh, I'm a business owner and stuff. Being an employee of your own business is even better. You get 401k matching, so you can set up a 401k plan, even if it's just you. You can put you and your spouse on there. You can drive up the match to 100%. So now the company's paying your 401k, deducting 100% of that on the company end, and you're getting 100% match 401k. You can add health insurance. It'd be just you. That's what I do. Company pays 100% of me and Sarah's health insurance. 7 kids on the plan, plus me, plus Sarah, 100% paid for by the company because we are employees of our own business. Again, I'm not an attorney, so you got to do your own research on this stuff and talk to professionals. If you're not making profits and you're running just a little side hustle and you're not serious about business yet, you're just trying something out to see how it goes, like probably does not make sense to set up payroll. Like it's too much. That's doing too much. First, start making some money. But if you have a real business going, this is crucial to know about. Like an accountant's never going to say, hey, you're probably suck at saving money aside for taxes, so you should probably become an S Corp. But as a business owner, I know how that little pea brain of yours works because I have the same one. Accountants, they don't understand how reckless business owners like us have to be. The last thing we're thinking about is setting aside half of our money or whatever crap these accountants tell us to do for taxes and staring at an account that's growing for 6 months in there and not using that to repair this broken oven in your pizza parlor. It's better to just be an employee of your own company, have the taxes taken out, and not get into these issues in the first place. Here's some resources. Jasmine DeLucci on YouTube or TikTok. Incredible. She's really top tier for tax advice on the very conservative side, though. Mark Kohler is on the aggressive side, and this guy is fantastic. Gusto for payroll, gusto.com. I have a link to that below. Live Oak for high yield savings accounts. So I take the money, fortunately I have business that piles up cash, stick into a high yield savings account, which just grows and grows and grows interest. And I don't see that. That sits in a spreadsheet cell. I don't look at that thing and it builds up. High yield savings accounts for business is amazing. Live Oak is probably the best one you can find. And your man, Jake Lorraine, for the best local business marketing advice that there is. Watch this next video. It's a really good one.